The praise band from Renaissance United Methodist Church got the 2013 annual conference off to a rousing start. Their pastor, Leah McIntosh, inspiringly set forth the theme of the conference in her message.
This morning we gather around a theme of praying hands. Put your hands together. Praying hands and dirty fingernails.
Indeed, hands were joined together for prayer throughout the conference, especially during the many worship services. The mantle of leadership was symbolically passed from retiring Pastor Emmanuel Cleaver to a younger generation of leaders during the service of commissioning and retirement. 10 new conference members were ordained during the service of ordination.
Holy, holy, holy.
Sunday morning, Jeff Brinkman delivered the sermon and was introduced as the pastor of the congregation with the dirtiest fingernails, having served in Joplin the first week after the tornado and every week since. This year, praying hands were balanced with dirty fingernails. Saturday afternoon, conference members scattered across the city of Springfield to reach out in service to the community. Rare Breed, a shelter for homeless teenagers, received a fresh coat of paint. Repairs were made here and there, and bushes and trees were trimmed. At Crosslines, lunch was served. There were treats and fun activities as well. Grocery bags were organized and distributed to those in need. The halls of the Westport Neighborhood School were painted. Food boxes were packed for distribution in Springfield, as well as through the Festival of Sharing. A Habitat home was framed to be assembled in Joplin later on. The little girls who will be living in one of the homes enjoyed helping. Some helped to beautify a city park. On display outside the convention center were disaster response vehicles and equipment brought from many different congregations. Some of the volunteers and equipment had just returned from serving in St. Louis cleaning up debris following the recent tornado. Symbolizing all of this service activity, the frame wall, which served as the focal point of annual conference session, became a completed wall. For a second year, the youth invited everyone to a street party Friday night. Many rose early Sunday morning to participate in the annual United Methodist Women's Walk for Mission. At the same time, others participated in the 5K run to raise money for Imagine No Malaria. The youngest runner, Rich Poe, got a high five from lay leader Brian Hammonds as he completed the run. To draw attention to the problem of malaria, Matt Mayofsky and Jen Clark wore mosquito suits as they ran around town for the 5K.
Friends, it's a privilege to introduce our sponsors.
The mosquitoes showed up at various times during the conference, like when Bishop Snazy was trying to introduce the 2013 annual conference preacher, Bishop Thomas Brickerton from Western Pennsylvania Conference. Bishop Brickerton issued a stirring call to imagine the world with no malaria and invited everyone to get on board. Bishop Snazy introduced Jill Wandell and Jennifer Long, who will be providing resources for Imagine No Malaria to congregations throughout the year. On the last day of conference, competition between districts for Imagine No Malaria pledges pushed the pledged amount to over $1.2 million. The conference concluded during the closing worship service with pastors moving to their new districts. The theme of praying hands and dirty fingernails and the Imagine No Malaria campaign will be fleshed out in congregations back home all year long.